It's minicamp and OTA season, and today we're looking at the Dallas Cowboys and getting another look at George Pickens. We're going to watch him work through some drills, catch some balls, and everything else. Before we dig in, though, you need to click that subscribe button right now. We're looking at clips from rookie camp, OTAs, minicamp, soon-to-be training camp, workouts in between, watching interviews, whatever we can find on these players behind the scenes. We're going to cover it. It will be right here. Click that button, stop missing out. But we're looking at George Pickens today. I collected clips. I got almost 2 minutes worth. We're going to loop these and keep talking ball, but here we go. Here we go. There we are. New place for old George Pickens. And he's growing on me the more I think about this landing spot. There we go. Look at the feet there. Look at the feet there. He's growing on me. So a lot of this is drills in between things and OTAs. You got a little glimpse of CeeDee Lamb there. Him and CeeDee Lamb together. Watch this. Boop, one hand. Boop, one hand. Boop, one hand. Getting out there. Prescott, I really just searched and scoured. The Cowboys haven't been too forthcoming with their beat writers. Here we go. Showing it again. Different view. Strong hands. That's one thing you definitely say about George Pickens. Strong hands. Very aggressive wide receiver. I have a thing for aggressive wide receivers. I think if there's some traits that are not elite in your game, you can make up for it with aggressiveness. Especially in and out of your breaks, at the catch points. And he has elite aggressiveness, though. You could definitely say that. He has that my ball mentality. That's the thing about that. He's going to give this offense a different look downfield. That is the one thing you're going to see from George Pickens. You're going to see fights downfield. You're going to see him box out at the catch point. You're going to see a few fun grabs this season. That's guaranteed. That's guaranteed. And one thing to note is I've seen this around social media. People asking if he can keep his head on his shoulders. He can keep his head on his shoulders. We got something here. I've been stewing on this. I don't think it's going to get crazy unless things get crazy. And I think if it does, it's going to be some time. I think you got something good here for the short term. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Another thing, deep ball city with this guy pairs well with CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb working the short to intermediate and just chucking deep balls to George Pickens. That's going to make this offense look different. It's going to give it an edge. This passing game now has an edge. We got two wide receivers that could make a nasty highlight clip on any given moment. And with the rate they throw the ball, you cannot stop watching. You have to pay attention. Just being able to get vertical, you can't load the box. So that's going to help out Javonte Williams, Jaden Blue. I got one clip on Jaden Blue. I got one clip. I am waiting, and I am searching for more. If not, I will run that one clip and keep talking ball. You know how I roll here if you've been watching. I will talk ball. I will talk about his high school recruiting profile, his college profile, looping that clip, and I'll keep you tuned. I'll keep you tuned with a 5-second clip. George Pickens, stickiest hands in the game. So going back to George Pickens, big-time recruit coming out of high school at Georgia. Production, we had that knee injury. We had some huge highlight reel catches. We also had some moments where he got to some fisticuffs a little bit. But we fall in the draft a little bit. We had that injury, a little bit damaged goods. We fall to the Steelers. Everybody falls to the Steelers. Everybody falls to the Steelers. That's the one thing. If a player falls a little bit later, they go to the Steelers, something's going to come out of them. You're watching it. George Pickens falls, I don't know, a first rounder in that draft. He should have been in the first round talent-wise. And we go to the Steelers. We make things happen. We got big plays. We're showing that grittiness. We start having a fallout. We come over here to the Cowboys. I would definitely say one thing they do need is some of that grittiness. We do need some of that. I think we do. We have some ambiguity here with some changes of offensive line. We got some changes at the running back position, identity-wise, just getting that grittiness, just getting that back. That wide receiver diva mentality. Now, it could get ugly later on down the road, but I'm coming to a new team. I'm wanting a new contract. I'm wanting all this. I'm trying to establish myself with the new team. I know I can't get more if I don't play more, do better. All in all, new places sometimes, even with crazy people, they'll turn it up. They'll turn it up. That's what I've seen in the workforce. But Pickens, I don't think I want that craziness to leave him. Like, it's kind of like John Jones. It's like I don't think he'd be him without it. I don't think he'd have that dog mentality. It's like a fire. You're going to let it heat your home, or you're going to let it burn it down. That's the thing about that. They're going to have to cater to that to where it can heat the home. Not baby it, because it will burn it down another way, but they're going to have to just figure it out. They're just going to have to manage their people and the people's skills. Like in any other business, you got to manage your people and your people's skills. That's part of it. But like I don't think I want it to go away. I don't think I want the dog mentality to go away either. Like, I don't think you're getting George Pickens if he starts being mature, being proper. You know what I'm saying? Like if he starts acting like CeeDee Lamb more, if he starts acting like Dak Prescott, no. I think he just needs to be George Pickens, and you just got to have to ride the lows and the highs. You're just going to have to do it. He's not going to be George Pickens without that. That's who he is. That's who he is. That's how he plays. He's not going to. I just came off with that take on the top of my head. And the reason why is that dog mentality at the catch point is different compared to 90% of the wide receivers in the league. Like, the ball's in the air. He believes he's going to get it 100% of the time. He's not going to mess around. He does not mess around at the catch point. He'll manifest it. He'll manifest it instantly. That's the type of player. We've seen it with those big moments, those big catches. He played with dog shit quarterbacks at Pittsburgh. You're playing with Kenny Pickett. You're playing with the ghosts of Ben Roethlisberger hanging out in the clubhouse. Now we got Dak. You're going to get better balls coming your way. I think George Pickens, numbers-wise, we don't want to talk fantasy football. Let's talk fantasy football here. Of course, CeeDee Lamb is going to be a monster. I honestly want to say we're going to be pushing more 30%. We're going to be rocking it out. George Pickens, target share-wise. So remember when I use the word ish, I'm talking in range 20-ish. So 20-ish, where I believe we can land in the 22% range. 20 to 22%, low 18, 19. I think more 20 to 22%. If we're getting to 25%, we're going to see some lower volumes to the tight end spots, and none of the other wide receivers are getting the rock that much. That could happen. That's how we get to the 25% range. But I believe the average depth of target is going to be nasty with him. Brandon Cooks, double digits. Jalen Tolbert, double digits. We're going to get vertical with him. That's what he does. And I think that's going to allow us, with that good target share. He had a nasty target share last year at Pittsburgh, 25+%, like 25.6% last year at Pittsburgh, which is elite, or pushing elite. I consider elite around 30%, 28 or more. Talking target share, 20 to 22%, high end 25, low end 18 to 19. I think 20 range, 20-ish. That's what I mean by 20-ish. And an 8 out of 10 or more. We're going to hit double digit 8 out. So week to week, you're going to have decent production with a few lows and a few blow-up games. Probably steady wide receiver 2 range and the wide receiver 3 game mark of hitting 20-plus fantasy points, 2 to 3. 5 would be on the high. I think 4 would be the max, really. I think we'll be steady wide receiver 2 on the other ones, hitting 13 to 15. If we're looking at week-to-week production, I think that's going to be a steady wide receiver in fantasy football for a wide receiver 2 on his NFL team. I think that's going to be steady. And what's going to propel that is we're going to get just enough target share to get you in that 20% range. I'll say range. And that A-dot is going to be 10 and above. It's going to be double digits. That double-digit A-dot, pushing it downfield is what's going to fuel those spike weeks. We hit on a big play here and there, plus the other micro plays. That's going to be some big performances. That's why I say 2 to 3 for max wide receiver 1 weeks. And then off of that, the rest wide receiver 2s with 3 to 5 games where we're around less than 10. Because we will have the down weeks. We'll have those games where the Cowboys come out flat. We'll have those games. We'll have those Monday morning quarterback games. On top of that, the volatility of the deep shot. On top of that, that creates volatility in down games. He's going to live off the deep shot. But you'll also get those big games. But in between those, a lot of wide receivers. His value is still a little bit up there, but I think it's ambiguous league to league. So if you're interested, kick the tires. Contract-wise, it's very ambiguous. Redraft-wise, I think he's going to be actually palatable in home leagues. I think he's great for best ball. I think he's great for best ball leagues. That's the thing about that. Those spike weeks, the ADOT. The ADOT with good potential target share. I think that's going to be great. As I'm fleshing that out in my head, and that's my best analysis, fleshing that out in my head after I've looked at the numbers a few times and just watching the clips. That's it. He's great for best ball. He's great for lineup plays where you got to throw a wide receiver in and hope for that upside. He's going to be great for that. He's going to be okay week to week, but those down games will stun you here and there. That's it. You may not like that, but also you're going to have to see where those running backs tear off, because there's also going to be a no man's land there in redraft where there's going to be a lot of good running back prospects to look at, because we got a deep rookie running back class, and you're going to want to be stocked and loaded. You're going to want to be stocked and loaded at the rookie running back spots, and there's going to be some values there, depending on the type of league we're talking about. In middle to late to middle late, whatever, dead zone, whatever, there's going to be some values there where you can really go hero RB, zero RB this year, and you might rake off a killing. So that's something to look at. Let me know what you think, though, in the comments below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. I want to thank you for watching. Catch you on the next one.